guess. It's a game called Test.
No, it's not a game called Test. We're going to do the second, well, we're going to do another part of photosynthesis and respiration. We're going to look particularly at photosynthesis, all right? Now, what's this thing I'm drawing here?
A leaf.
Right, now if I was to look at the leaf needs, just to remind ourselves, two things for photosynthesis. What does it need?
It needs oxygen and
So close. It makes oxygen.
O2 and 6O2.
That's what it makes. But what does the leaf take in photosynthesis?
Water.
Takes in water up the roots, that's right. So all the water's coming in here. Remember we said H2O was water. What else does the plant need for photosynthesis? It needs water and
Carbon dioxide.
excellent carbon dioxide, which floats in, all right? It also needs something else. It needs sunlight. If it hasn't got sunlight, it can't do photosynthesis.
It
And
can't bloom, you mean?
oh, that's a beautiful word, isn't it? Flowers blooming. No, photosynthesis is when they take in energy, all right? Not when the flower sort of grows and suddenly shows all of its petals. That's a different thing altogether. Photosynthesis, you need sunlight and you need something else which is in the plant, which is green. And this stuff is called chlorophyll. What's it called?
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll. Try again.
Chlorophyll.
One more time.
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll. Fantastic. And this gets worse. Chlorophyll is found in chloroplasts.
Wait,
Where's
I've seen lots of chlorophyll and chloroplast.
Do you remember us studying it when we looked at the cell?
Yeah,
And do you remember we said that plant cells sort of looked a bit like this and they had a nucleus, didn't they? And we said that they sometimes had chloroplasts like
yeah.
that. Well, these chloroplasts have got chlorophyll in them, and chlorophyll is like a chemical that takes all the sunlight in. So we need that chlorophyll. Now, have you ever looked at a leaf closely and looked at the underside of a leaf, the bottom
Uh,
of the leaf? You ever done that?
no.
Well, if you do, you'll see it's not as green as the top. Now, can you think why that might be?
Um, because the sun is up way in the sky, which means the top of it's getting the most sunlight.
Very good. So if it's getting the most sunlight, it needs the most chloroplasts there, right?
Yeah.
So if the chloroplasts containing the chlorophyll, which is green, are on the top of the leaf, what that means is that the top of the leaf is going to be more green. Now, shall I show you what it looks like if I cut into the leaf like that? Are you curious?
Nature. We need nature for air.
It looks like this, matey. This is the top of the leaf, and you know how the top of a leaf sometimes feels all waxy? That's because
Yeah.
it's got a waxy cuticle, and the cuticle stops water escaping because it's all waxy, so the plant doesn't dry out. We've then got a load of big cells like this, and these cells, you're going to have to remember this name, unfortunately. These cells are called palisade cells. What are they called?
Palisade cells. I think I've heard of that before. Palisade, palisade, palisade.
You've probably heard me teaching students about it, to be fair. What
Yep,
do you think palisade cells will contain a lot of? What do you reckon?
a lot of
What organelle? What thing in the cell will they have lots of?
mitochondria,
Nope,
ribosomes,
nope.
Nucleus.
Nope. Think they're going to be involved in sunlight capturing, aren't they? Sun is coming down here. They're on the top side of the leaf.
Cell wall.
Oh, matey, what have we just been learning about?
Plants. Chlorophyll.
Chloroplasts, right?
Yeah.
Good lad. Chloroplasts. They're going to contain lots of chloroplasts. And what do the chloroplasts contain?
Loads of chlorophyll in. I
Right. Now,
guess you and me were
do
right.
you get this? This is a leaf that's been cut, and we're just looking down we're sort of looking at the inside of a leaf as we've cut through it. The bottom has these cells, right? And these are a little bit bigger and there's gaps between them. And these are called, wait for it, spongy mesophyll. Can you say that?
Spongy mesophyll cells.
Very good. And then at the bottom, you've got lower epidermal cells and you've got these big ones here. And these are called guard cells. And guess what they
God.
do?
They guard the plant.
They do. They guard the little holes. You know, I said that the bottom of a plant had little holes underneath its leaves,
Yeah.
bottom of the leaves, and they're called stomata. What are they called?
Tomato.
Stomata, not tomato, stomata.
Tomato.
So, for the oxygen to get in, here's some oxygen just here. Oxygen, remember we said it was O2, didn't we? So here's a
Yeah.
little oxygen. And it's
O2.
Well, actually, O2, oxygen is given out, isn't it, in photosynthesis? So there it is escaping. And what comes in? Can you remember?
H2O.
C. Well, we need
O2.
CO2. So here's a little CO2 coming up here. And of course, we've got the photosynthesis happening in these palisade cells because that's where the chlorophyll is. Happy?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll go over it again. But that's
Please don't say
basically
I have
how
to do a game called Test. Please, nothing.
no game called test today.
Yay.
We've got to go and do what have we got to do? Hey-ya! What are you doing?
French.
That's not
Actually, we
that's
are doing
not
French after this.
yes, but that's not how you do French. You don't do French by saying hey-ya, do you? What are we going to go and do?
Type.
Hike stands for
Wonder.
taekwondo. Okay, well, that's what we've got to go and do next. Well, Mr. Chin, all I can see is your chin. Are you ready? Let's
I
go.
had a feeling I was playing Test.
You know. See ya. Bye.